Hi everyone. I just wanted to show off my update to my backdrop and my desk here real quick. Yeah, I'm about to show a how-to PMs for sale video, but in the meantime, I got this plastic to cover my Banco de Mexico bags and my canvas bags because I noticed my office gets dusty sometimes, and so I just wanted to protect the bags from getting any further filth, especially when I unbox and open up coins. So because my video is going to be a PMs for sale how-to, here are some of my PMs for sale pickups. So these are PMs for sale items. But yeah, so more to come. But I just wanted to give a shout out to Emmanuel369 for getting first on my last video post. So here we go in 3, 2, 1, action. Happy New Year, everyone. So this is a video requested by a subscriber. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through as best as I can how to do or how to use PMs for sale. So first things first. Now this part I'm not going to walk you through. This is anyone who doesn't have one is going to have to really figure it out. So I have a Samsung phone, so I have downloaded the Reddit app. So of course, if you want to use Reddit, you're going to need a username and you're going to have to sign up for a Reddit account. You don't necessarily need the app. You can do it on desktop, but I prefer the app. It's a little faster when it comes to messaging. So first things first, create an account. If you have an ability to download the app, download the app. And so here's where I'm going to start from. If I share information, people's names, etc., then I'll do my best to edit it after the fact. But here we go. So once you have an account set up, here's Reddit. And as you can see, I'm just on the home page. And so as you can see, there's like a PMs for sale at the top of my homepage. So here's first things first. So here's the drop down for me. This is how it looks like for me. And I'm going to click on PMs for sale. And so here is PMs for sale. And this is basically what I do pretty much every single day throughout the day because I'm pretty curious about what's going on. As you can see, it's our PMs for sale. This is the main page. Now, if you're brand new, here's my recommendation. Don't be lazy. Take the time. Read the meta information or the wiki. So you see right here where it says WIKI. Go ahead and click that. And this will take you to the rules and the how-to. I'm not going to go through these, but you take the time to read them. It's going to be easier if you take the time to do it. There's also, the banned users, the rules, the how-to, how to use a middleman. Let's see here. Maybe I will click on one of these. So let's see, a how-to. And then this is essentially explaining how you set up a post. A want to trade, a want to sell. WTS is you want to sell. WTT is that you want to trade something. And you can actually do a combo. You can do just a want to sell or just a want to trade, or you can do both at the same time. And then there's also a WTB. That's how to make a want to buy post. So anyways, take the time, read that. Again, don't be lazy, figure it out. I had to figure it out. The other thing you can do is just look at what other people are doing. And then this will allow you to kind of go through it. Now, this is all public information. I'm not sharing people's info. This is what is readily available on the main page. So usually if I'm going to do an unboxing or give people's information, I will ask their permission. So, all right, you see, I think I've mentioned this several times, even on the streams. You see how there's this WTB. Now, I haven't even seen this today. I actually, in fact, just woke up from a really long nap because I was up really late last night with 1,000 there doing a live stream. I, and Rural Stacker and several others. So, anyway. This is the first time I see this, so I can already kind of predict what we're going to see just because, again, I've been at this for a while. So this WTB means wants to buy. This person is looking for a Sigma Pro. If the want to buy post has been fulfilled, you'll see a little sticker. It's called, flair. Label that says fulfilled. So it doesn't appear that it has been fulfilled, but there's people that have probably posted, maybe made some offers. And so here we go. This is just to keep it super simple. Want to buy. Here we go. So he says, looking to buy a Sigma Pro. Let me know if you have one for sale. Thanks. Now, at the top, next to his username, you'll see that it says WTB Sigma Pro, and then, or it says username is u/FF waves. His sales are 0. His buys are 0. So this tells you that this is a new user to Reddit. And so typically, if they're new, the mod, there's like an auto bot that'll kind of put some extra information in here. Let's see. Looks like someone first posted following in case maybe someone else sells one. And see, you see right away, other people in the community start to post or say, hey, I know so-and-so that might have one. So this is just kind of how the community works. So I would just say, I'm surprised this hasn't been fulfilled yet, but it only has been a couple hours. Now, if this was the opposite, if somebody had a WTS want to sale, I'm very confident that it would not have lasted an hour. It would have probably been sold because Sigmas are a very, very hot commodity on Pmsforsale. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so I want to walk you through how to make a purchase. So now, first things first, I think I had mentioned before, if you're new, if you never used the sub, the best thing to do is just to go look at a bunch of posts, look at what things are going for, look at what the market of Pmsforsale has to offer. But I am going to look at one of my buddies on here. So let's click on this one, Rooney Skywalker. He's very experienced. He's a mod on the Discord group, and so and I really like him. He's really cool. So as you can see by his username, his sales are 461 completed sales, and he has bought 292 times completed buys. And so another thing you can do, if you scroll down past all the post information, go down to the Autobots. So I'm looking for the bot Autobots. Sounds like what is it, Transformers. Anyways, let's see, feedback. So you see where it says feedback for you, Rooney Skywalker, can be found here. Click here, and this will take you, if you want to see what people's feedback looks like, this is the most recent feedback. This is a really, really good place to see if there's any issues or concerns, or if you're afraid. So let's just say I saw, actually no, here, let's go back. I'm going to start from start to finish. So here's what he has to sell. He is selling some below spot deals. He has angle hard. Looks like he has some gold, ASEs, empty mint tubes, and of course he's the godfather of the angle hard pencils, hashtag Pencilgate. If you want to know what Pencilgate is, you're gonna have to join the sub to check it out and see what that's all about. But so there's a link to the pencils. He has the different links to the different things. Let's see. So let's see if there's anything here that catches my attention. Oh, there we go. 2026 2-ounce Australian lunar horse in cap. That's appealing to me because I like it. There's Scottsdale Lion stackers. That also appeals to me. Look at that ASC 74 each. That's a darn good deal if you've been keeping an eye on what's going on in the market. So I would just say, so here we go. Let's click on the lunar horse. I'm going to click on that. And here he has photos. So that's the photo of the real item. 2026. Ooh, that looks beauty. Look at that cap. So, and there we go. He has a couple photos, 2 of 2. So, You look at the item. Let's see, looks like that's just the front, so you can't see. I'm sure the back is the Monarch. And then personally for me, I don't like that Monarch, so that's why I probably haven't bought a lot of the stuff. But if it looked just like this, I'd probably buy it. And if it was the Queen, maybe I'd buy it. But anyways, so I'm gonna go back. Okay, so here we go. So let's just say that I want that horse, right? And let's say that I'm cool with that. That's something I'm interested in. So if you're brand new, go ahead and scroll on down. And now you want to click on here where it says look at the experience or the feedback, and just see what people have said. And pretty much they're all positive. Let's just click on a random one. How about this one? 4 days ago. Always a pleasure to do business with you. Perfect. Couple more. You can click on them. Not everybody writes something great as always. Not everyone always writes something. So just click on one random one. Let's see, what's this one say? Awesome. Quick chats. Quick sale. Quick shipment and great packaging. I would do business again in a heartbeat. Perfect. See that? So that's the feedback. That's if you are going to buy maybe a high dollar item. 1,000, 2,000, and you're just concerned. But I can tell you with about 99.99% certainty, you buy something from Rooney Skywalker, you're gonna get it. And if there's any issues that happen in the course of transit, etc., there are guardrails. You're just gonna have to take the time to figure out what those guardrails are. But just be assured that people like him are experienced sellers. So let's see. And then at the bottom of his sale, he has his payment method. So he is willing to accept Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, friends and family, shipping, shipping costs. And look at this caveat that he's put in here. USPS handles delivery, but I stay involved the whole way. You'll get a tracking number and a photo of your package before it ships. And if anything weird happens in transit, I'm here to help get it sorted out. So that's what I'm saying is that people who are experienced sellers and know what they're doing, they're going to work with you and they're going to make sure that you get your stuff. Remember, y'all, this is a peer-to-peer platform, so it's not perfect. There aren't 100% guarantees, but after you've been in this for quite a bit, you know who to work with and who to not. And as you can see, just from all the people who are interested in his stuff, he's an experienced seller, so people are very confident to work with him. Now, because I'm a support him, I like to support people in the community, I'm going to make a quick little post and say fire and hashtag pencil gate, because it's awesome. And where's the little pencil? Boom. All right, so there's the post. Boom. Just because I want to support, and so it's just helpful to support the buddies. I want to give him upvote him so that he gets credit on this post, and that's it. And so, and again, if I wanted to, now here's the next step. Let's go back to that, where is it? The 2-ounce lunar horse. So let's say that I want this. His instructions are, just like basically all you need to do is send a chat. So what you'll do is you'll click on his username. You'll see his username. You see the little bubble with the 3 dots. You click the bubble with the 3 dots to hit chat. Now, I'm not going to click that because as soon as I click that, it's going to show prior conversations that we've had, and I'm sure it has like my address on there because I've done some transactions with this seller. But that's what you do is you click that bubble, and then you'll go down to the chat, and as you can see, I have a chat that is there that I need to read. So you'll click the chat, and basically you just let him know and say, hey, I'm interested in the 2-ounce lunar horse for 150 plus the $6 shipping. Is it still available? Can we make a deal? Usually what you can do is just hit refresh, and then as things get sold, the person will update or say, hey, something has been sold. Or sometimes, because certain people's pages can glitch out, they'll maybe they'll comment on their post and say, so such and such has been sold or something like that. So it doesn't appear, look like, see, you see bin, backup bin. Where's the one that I saw here? There we go. Let's just look at that one. Ben Engelhard. Ben means buy it now. So this person was excited. They didn't even want to negotiate. They didn't even want to send the chat first. They just said, Ben, buy it now. So that means that he is, and that's Ben usually means buy it now, that there's no negotiating. You're not going to, after the fact, say, oh, can I get a deal? No. Ben just means that you're buying it just as is for the cost that he has. If you don't want to bin, you just do what this person did under him. He said chat. So you put chat, send him a message like I showed you before, and just say, hey, if you want to negotiate, you can start negotiating, and say something like, hey, I'm interested in such and such item. Is there any room to move? Things like that, if you want to. But if you're happy with the price, which most of the time I'm about 90% happy with the price. If you're happy with the price, then you can just go ahead and just just tell them, say, hey, I'll take it. What payment method? And then, as he had in here, the payment methods he's working with is Zelle, Venmo, or PayPal. And PayPal friends and family, and he puts a caveat, no comments, just to make sure no comments, so he doesn't get flagged on his PayPal. But yeah, that's it. And then you just exchange information. You make the payment. As soon as the payment is confirmed on his end, he'll ask for your shipping info, and then most of us have label makers, or they'll print out a label right away, or get a label set up and package it, and within minutes, or at least within a really quick amount of time, they'll get you your shipping info, and then you just wait to get it back. And then now let's just say that today's the day I got my 2-ounce Australian lunar cap coin. So you go back into here, and you click no, not here. Well, you won't do it, but he will. So let's just say this Engelhard. So what Rooney will do is he'll hit reply to that message and say trade completed, and then that will trigger the feedback bot to add your flair. And the flair, so for Dr. Chi 6, his flair will go from 33 to 34. And then that means that now he has one more feedback point or flare point, and it's going up. And so, like I've said before, if you're buying and selling, try to stick to people who have at least, in a combination of sales and buys, have at least 50 plus. So for example, no shame to this guy, but Stealth SSFC, let's say he was the one selling. The only way that I'd buy from him is if he would be willing to ship to me first, since I'm a bit more experienced. So let me go, where's my, I'm going to go back to my comment. It must be at the top. So here's my comment. So here's my flare. I have 77 sales, completed sales, confirmed sales. I have 185 buys. So if I'm buying and selling, if I'm buying, if somebody, so for example, let's under this Tasty CK, if he and I are negotiating, we're pretty, he has a little bit more sales than I do, but still I would be more than fine with paying him right away and then him sending me the stuff. But somebody who has way less flair, like this gentleman again, Stealth SSFC, I would not feel comfortable paying first. I would ask him to send it to me first, and then I'd pay him once I received it, branded on my Sigma, verified everything was authentic. And of course, he has no obligation to say yes to me. If he says no thank you, I'm only looking to get paid right away because of whatever reason, then hey, that's his prerogative, and I won't take offense to it. But if you want to be safe, that's what I recommend. Is if you're newer, stick to sellers who have at least 50 plus, or remember, if you are concerned, you can always go back to the how-to and read how to use a middleman. So you would just respond to the seller and say, hey, I'm interested in this item, but I'm still new here. I would really love to use a middleman. Here's one other place that I'm going to take you to in this somewhat of a tutorial. The moderators will never ask for your password. So if you ever get a message that says that they're from the mod team, it is a scam. So there was a while ago where a bunch of us were getting these messages, and so people were falling for it. A couple of people fell for it. They gave their password. They had to basically delete Reddit. It was a whole mess. So again, it's not perfect, but our mod team here at PMs for Sale is pretty much the best of the best. They can, they set the standard. They're really, really good at keeping us safe. And then they've also created this, if you see this link to check for scammers, a universal scammers list. So if you click that, if you're afraid or if you're concerned that someone's a scammer, so like Roni Skywalker, you can type his username, hit search, and then if it's on the scammers list, it'll be there. But just go here. And there was one time where I was actually, somebody was selling, and they had a smaller, just some things weren't adding up. I can't remember the experience, but just things weren't adding up the way that they were talking to me in the chat. I put their name in here, and boom, they came up, and I immediately reported it to the mods, and they immediately took down the post. They banned him. Sometimes they slip through the cracks. So. But it's very rare. That was like one of the very rare instances where they slipped through the cracks. So anyways, if you're ever concerned with a scammer, use the universal scammer list, check it, check the feedback. And then also, if you become experienced in this community, you'll get to know who some of the most experienced sellers are. So, you'll get to know them. If you have concerns, you can always message other people and just, to see if somebody is willing to like vouch for them, etc. So let's see, like Individual Swan, he's pretty experienced. Let's see, trying to see if there's one. Trying to see if there's here we go, JB Sound. So he's very experienced. So let's go back. As you see, he's a top 1% commenter. He has 420 completed sales, 0 buys. So this guy is a hardcore seller. So he's someone that you can be very confident buying from. Let's see. Let's go down to see how he puts his caveat information. So here we go. So let's talk shipping. So here's all the shipping information. Check this out. I do feel it is my responsibility to get your order delivered, so lost package will be refunded once all options to find it have been exhausted. Once USPS or UPS show the package has been delivered, the responsibility for the safety of the package ships to you. But that's what I'm saying is these, most of these sellers are very, very experienced. Let's see. I have shipped out thousands of packages to the USPS Postal Service for the last decade, and the track record has been absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, they are highly unreliable right now, and I'm experiencing more lost packages than ever before. If you have an order under $250, you can choose USPS shipping option. Please expect delays in receiving your package. So there you go. See, he's being honest. He's letting you know that there's, maybe it's the holidays. I don't know, stuff's going on. And then also, as a purchaser, you have the option of requesting insurance. So that's between you and the seller. So how that works, I'm not sure. I believe you would have to get registered mail through USPS. That's the only one I'm aware of. And there are third-party insurances. I just don't know enough about it. So you'd have to talk it between you and them, maybe talk to a mod, I don't know, or a middleman. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up. So again, this is just kind of your basic tutorial on how to use PMs for sale. What I would say to anyone who's new, the easiest thing to do, and just remember, this is not financial advice. Use this at your own risk. Do your due diligence. Know what you're buying. Check comps out there. Most of the sellers here sell way under the retail comps or APMEX comps, etc. But here's my advice. Do your due diligence. Take your time. That's the best advice I wish somebody would have given me, is just take your time. Stick to your plan. You don't have to go in all in right away and just make a bunch of buys. If you're looking to start building your feedback, then just start doing a couple sales here and there, maybe one sale of 2 to 3 ounces, get some feedback, maybe make another sale. So just nice and slow. But the one thing that you don't want to do, is an easy way to get banned, is to try to manipulate the system. So for example, you have a tube of Eagles and you make 20 different sales of 1 ounce each, you will get banned. That's I forget the name of it, but it's like feedback manipulation. You definitely don't want to do that. And then the other thing is for sales, you can only do 1 sale post every 48 hours. So that's the one other thing, and that's, just to keep things on the up and up. It's just a rule, so stick to that rule, otherwise you'll get a slap on the hand, or the mods will just frankly take your post down. It happened to me. I one time I got ahead of myself and I forgot. I wasn't paying attention, and they're like, "Yep, it's not 48 hours yet." I'm like, "Darn it!" So I had to wait. So, anyways, there's a lot. There are. It looks a lot more complicated than it is, but the most important piece again is, I'll say it one last time: take your time, get to know how the sub operates, get to know people in here in the community. Here's another one, Jaded Barber. He is a very savvy seller, so check him out. Sales 695, buys 88. Let's look at his. He's very professional, so check him out. Shipping, payment, security, and the disclaimer. So anyways, this is just so you can see, if you choose to ship registered mail, it's expensive and slow, but it's secure. So anyways, these different sellers are very experienced. If there's ever an issue, please don't come and get mad at me. Like I said, use at your own risk. You're all adults. I had to figure this out back in 2020 when I first got started, but I mean, this is my favorite way to shop. Again, because, so for example, like, see, this caught my attention. Want to sell 20 ASE proofs. Let me click just a picture, and then there's a process for how you sell. So let's say that when you make a sale, you have to put a picture, you have to put your username written out, and then the date. The other thing that you have to do is you have to include a link of the photos, and most of us use, so if you click on proof, most of us use Imgur, IMGUR. Yes, it's annoying. Yes, it's another app you need to use, but if you're selling, you have to have a proof photo. Most of us use IMGUR, Imgur, because it's free. It's one of the easiest to use. It's very user friendly, but that's if you're selling. So let's see, what else haven't. I think that's about it. This video's getting a bit long, but I just wanted to kind of go over the process of how you buy, sell, how do you use it. And like I said, one more time, I'll say take your time. Don't be in a rush. If you have questions, you can reach out to a mod, or if you find me on here, hit me up. I try to help out if I can. I can't help like 1,000 people, but the system is very, very easy once you get to using it. Let's see. This is another interesting one. See, this is what I do. I'm already getting sidetracked here. Want to buy it, want to trade, reverse proof libertades. So it looks like he has a bunch of libertades and he is looking to trade. Wow. So anywho, if y'all want some libertades, check this seller out. Looks like he has 10 sales, 63 buys. So yeah, that's enough for me. Over 50 combined. To me, that's enough to know that I'm working with someone who's fairly experienced. So it looks like he's looking for some stuff. There you go. All right. So anywho, came to see a Rooney bend. Yeah, exactly. See. So anywho, all right, y'all, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this was helpful. Feel free to ask me any questions in the chat comments that I can try and answer. Like I said, this isn't perfect. It isn't guaranteed, but this is just one form of buying, and it's peer-to-peer. And the way that I like to see this subreddit is like a never-ending virtual coin show, because you have professionals in here. You have people that all they do is sell. There's people that maybe all they do is buy. Yeah, I mean, this is my go-to. This is where I like to come by pretty much my entire stack. So anyways, hope you all enjoyed it. Really appreciate it. Again, give me your comments, tell me what you think, and remember, protect your wealth, protect your peace. Nos vemos. Galilo out.